Hi everybody. Look, this is an action shot. There we go. So, welcome to Monday. We've changed the day. God, I'll be thinking it's the end of the week. Welcome to Monday afternoon live Instagram feed, Greystone Photo Studio. I'm just stacking this fire up because we finished this morning's class. Got a class running this evening, and if I load it up with wood and shut it down, then it's still alight for when I turn up this evening for 6 o'clock. We're going to do. This feels a bit kind of contrived now. I'm going to have to shut the fire down. Okay. Hello everybody. What I'm going to show you is some work on the Buddha I've nearly finished. What I've been doing is carving the lotus petals on the base, on his seat. So often on traditional Buddhas you get these two sets of lotus petals, one kind of facing one way and one facing the other way. So kind of one, so traditionally one kind of does that, and then one does, terrible drawing, one does that. And then, so if you look at the section, it does that and that. And there's your kind of seat. And I'm not sure, there's something about that that's kind of symbolic. But what I've done here is, so this is our base. What I've done here is, I've done that. What is that? I don't know. Anyway, I've done that, and the section is, so if you take that as the section is like this, like that. So that's what it looks from the kind of from the side. And so what I did was I initially took a chamfer off there, and then just a little cavetto there. And along the front it's straight, and along the back it's curved. So you have a kind of this scallop taken all the way around the back like that. And then once that's done, I carved the lotus petals into that shape, which is similar to kind of what you do with a cyma recta or a cyma reversa. You carve the initial shape, and then you carve your acanthus leaf, or your, or if it's just a plain roll OG, you carve your egg and dart into it. So you do the initial kind of profile first, and then you carve the detail onto it. So this is kind of ABC carving. So let me now show you this, what I did, what I've done. So as you can see, there's your shape, in, out and in. Then I carved round like that and chopped that out, and then I carved these scallops. So there's only one left to do, and that's here, and I'll show you how I've done that. These are all quite roughly carved, because this being alabaster, I'll be able to rub it up. But I'm still in two minds as to how to approach this, whether to leave it with the tool finish, so you've got that kind of contrast between the smooth of this, which when it's rubbed up and polished up will be kind of translucent, and this, if I leave this, if I cut it with a sharp enough chisel, then it doesn't bruise, so you get these kind of these translucent cuts. But you can you can see that. So there you go. You've got. So I'll get a smaller when it comes to it. I'll get a smaller. When I've done all of these, when it comes to it, I'll get a smaller gouge or a smaller bullnose, and I will bullnose this and refine this shape. But
Rue says leaf it.
Leaf it? Leave it alone. Is that what she was saying? Hi, love. Nice to see you. Did you see the sparkly one beforehand? No, I'll have to post that up because it wouldn't post. It wasn't long enough. But then we put a sparkly filter on the workshop, and it was just. So there was a sparkly Buddha.
Yes, you did.
Oh, fantastic! So there was some silliness. Right. So the nice thing, as you can see, alabaster is very soft stone, so I can use what is in effect a slightly knackered wood chisel now on it. And this is very slight, it's a very slight gouge, and I've also bullnosed the gouge as well. So, and I mean, it's a very shallow gouge, and I've also bullnosed it slightly. I tend to so then you don't get the you don't get these. You get less of these lines, in it. So there, we created this shape, this shape, this shape. We created the shape of the leaf, and now I'm doing these kind of scallops, but it's, again, you can see that this is deeper than this, and this kind of like piles down. So I'll just show you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to carve all of them to the same stage, and then I'll put it up and I'll have a look at it and see where I go from there. So there's that, and then this. So the students have all taken their work away with them because it's the end of term. So, well, apart from this evening, apart from Dean and Lisa, who there's still a class this evening, and Dean is not going to finish that Medusa tonight. That's for sure. Although, saying that, he might. I mean, he might just go, right, that's it, I'm done. I doubt it, because he has tenacity, our Dean. And he's taken on quite a challenging job. He's posted a load of pictures and a little video of his up on Facebook
and Instagram.
And Instagram. So he's around Dino. So you can have a look at them if you like. They're I'm sure somewhere on this feed there's a link to it or a comment to it. I haven't told anybody really. We didn't. I don't know. Did Ellen manage to get the message out that we were changing to now? I don't think so. Anyway, so what I might do is pitch up on Friday for about 5-10 minutes just to say that we've moved to Monday. Oh, we're not here anymore. So I'm kind of using this as a you can use this chisel like a gouge and a you know, it's flat enough to be able to create an arris, create an edge, create an edge to you know, the centre leaf and the edge as well. I mean, I'm an arris, you know, this centre mitre, this centre line.
Janela asks, are you happy with the hairstyle?
What, mine?
In the Buddha's.
Oh, the Buddha's hairstyle. I'm really happy with mine because Tam cut my hair. It's a bit all over the shop. I wish I'd had a wash before I got dusty. No, sorry. I'm reasonably happy with it. So the Buddha, on the traditional, so on him, he's got a traditional style, which in fact is not hair. It's 108 snails.
Okay, sorry.
So have a look at the 108 snails. We'll carry on with it. I don't know whether there is 108, but they are. They're not hair. They're not little curly hair. They're 108 snails, and apparently because Buddha was meditating in the sunshine, what the snails kindly did was they sacrificed themselves by sitting on his head to protect him from the sunshine. What a hoot! Oh, snails are great. Oh, fantastic. Anyway, so that's why the Buddha's got these kind of funny little whirls all over him. There's some, if you look on Google, if you Google snails and Buddha's snails on Buddha's head or something like that, you'll actually get pictures of sculptures with curlynesses with actual snails on them, climbing on them. People have gone out of their way to put snails onto sculptures of Buddha's heads. So there you go. So, and I only, to my shame, I only discovered this kind of recently. Anyway, so I want to get that. So I want some kind of movement in it, you know, so last bit. Yeah. So I've been having, cause I've got a few lettering jobs to do and various other bits and pieces to sort out. I've been trying to do this in between kind of talking to students, so I haven't managed to get as much done of this as I would have liked. Right. Okay, so that's to a point. I mean, there's shed loads more work to do on these, but what I'm going to do is tip him up, tip her up. 1, 2, 3, up. And then you get an idea of I'm just going to stay there. I'll just turn in.
Have you visited any ancient Southeast Asian temples like Borobudur or Angkor or Bagan?
No, I really would love it. It's on our list of things to do. Many years ago, I went to India, and before I ever even thought of doing stone carving, my grandfather was a sculptor, so I played. But I went to India, and I went to near Aurangabad. There's Ellora and Ajanta caves, and they've got Jain temples and Buddhist temples there, and as well as later they've got as well as some Hindu temples, but mainly Buddhist and Jain temples. And I was just completely bowled over by the work there. They just carved out the mountain, you just carved out and if you get that stayed with me, and yeah, for some reason it's had a big kind of big impact on me, that particular place. Really beautiful, and I was there on my own. I was travelling on my own, taking kind of buses, and I was walking around this place in the baking heat with this combination of real awe, and I was incredibly lonely at the same time. It was very odd, and very, very beautiful, and the carving was exquisite. Anyway, so I could recommend going there if anybody has a chance. It's a real Indian tourist attraction. I'm not sure that so many Westerners go. You probably find a few. I mean, I don't know what it's like now. This was 30 years ago or something. So anyway, there you go. I did a little bit, and you can see the Scott. Where I did the original form. And you've obviously got this straight side, and then you've got the curved side. And so, I've got more work to do on these, tidying them up, but the main carving's done. All I've got to do is tidy up the ears a little bit, and then what I'll do is I'll take it off this and put it somewhere where I can start rubbing it up with finer and finer and finer abrasives. So spin it round? Yeah. We need that music that Mighty Boosh has when he goes around. There you go. Should I stop there? Okay, there you go. And so one thing, that's called a mudra, where he's got his hands like that, and that's a mudra that they use in Chan, in Zen, in the practice that I have a go at. So yeah. I'm being told to wave bye-bye. So I don't think there's anything else to show you here today. I think we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Has anybody there got any questions? No, wait, pause. So, okay, like I said, we come to the end of term. We've got a week's off, and then on the 2nd of November we start next term, and the Monday morning class is full, but the Monday evening class still has places on it.
And Saturday the 14th of November is
Saturday,
also a day
14th
class.
of November. Did I show? I've shown everybody the axes, yeah. But these will go. Well, I will go. But these are them having been used. So This is Mike, who had a stroke, and he's been using the axes to carve into this bit of stone to play. Really, he just started this today and played. He said, "Oh, you know, I don't know, forget about it." But I'll put that aside for him so he can finish it off. Right, we're gone. Okay, thanks everybody for watching, and I will stop there, and we can have a lovely afternoon, and I'll speak to you next week. Cheers.